Hey, what's happening, everyone? Journeyman here, and welcome to episode 6 of my Championship Manager 0102 save with Manchester City. So, we are currently sitting first in the table, and the run of form is really good right now in the quarterfinal of the League Cup after a very comfortable 6-1 victory over Stockport County. So, going forward, today's episode, we got Burnley, Gillingham, West Bromwich Albion, Millwall, Walsall, and then most likely Portsmouth just before December. We'll try and get through as many games as possible. But unfortunately, we have lost Madeira for a couple of weeks, so that's disappointing news. Obviously, he is our main goal-scoring threat with 22 goals in as many games. But never fear, we have Paulo One-Shop there to fill in the gap. So it looks like I'm finally get rid of this guy, who is absolutely atrocious. Laurent Charvet. He is absolutely appalling. I will never let him play for me in a million years. So anyway, moving on. Let's get things rolling for the first game of the season. And I tried to design Zlatan Ibrahimovic as a little bit of a fun surprise. But as you can see, they rejected my offer. So I've only got 3.1 million left in the bank. So I just wasn't going to sign him, to be honest with you. I just thought a cheeky bid, you never know what happens. And signing Zlatan Ibrahimovic would have been a little bit of fun. But anyway, Duff is back to full training, which is excellent news. It's 100%, which means he is available for today's game. So that gives me a selection dilemma. Corneliusson has come in and done very well, but I'm going to do Duff. You know, just because, you know what, I don't know. I just felt like I should go with Duff. Up top, obviously, Paulo One-Shop comes in for Madeira. Dickoff returns to the bench, and that's really the only other change to really speak of. So we're up against Burnley today, away from home, Burnley. Let's see if we can continue our good run of form. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different today without Madeira. That's his first game of the season that he has missed. So hopefully we'll adapt quickly, and One-Shop and Karlstrom can fill in the gap. Alright, so it looks like a promising start. Plenty of shots on goal, none of them on target, of course. Let's see what's going on as far as player ratings goes. Karlstrom's had a slow start to the game. Chiatas has done very well, average rating of 8, but so is the other goalkeeper, Mikopoulos. He's got an average rating of 8, so it's a battle of the goalkeepers so far today. 0-0 at half-time, wasn't seeing that one coming. Alright, here's a chance of London. Ooh, that almost went in. Again, it's hard to tell, but reading the text, I got kind of used to it over the years, to be honest with you. And there's a goal, of course it is. Leon Knight on loan from Chelsea, went on to have a really good career at like Brighton, I believe. That's his first goal of the season. Of course, he scores it against us. Why wouldn't he? All right, 67 minutes, going on 70 minutes. Let's make a change. Let's go for it. Let's also switch back to pressing for the last 20 minutes of the game. We're going to bring on the bench. Now, unfortunately, because of injuries and so what, there's not many options on the bench. Alright, so let's bring off Mark Kerr. Let's bring on Paul Dickoff instead. And I have Charlie there, but he's not really much better than London, Barsam, or Karlstrom, so I'm not going to bring him on quite yet. Okay, so, there's a goal. Paul Dickoff gets in there. He had a chance when One-Shop went down. He came in, did poorly. And Karlstrom, One-Shop gets in there. Speak of the devil, there he is. But anyway, Dickoff had a chance to come in, do well for me, and he was very poor, so he got dropped completely from the team. But good to see him back on the score sheet today. He is a Man City legend, of course. Alright, so 7 minutes left. Let's try and hold on to this. Let's take off the forward one for Karlstrom in the middle. Let's bring on Alf Inge Haaland for him, actually. And let's also switch back off pressing. And you know what, actually, let's also put men behind the ball as well. Let's just hold on for this result. Because a 2-1 victory, that's pleasing stuff indeed. And obviously that keeps us at the top of the table as well. So, alright, so pretty good results. 2-1. Burnley haven't been very good in the league this season, but nevertheless, it was a game that we looked like we weren't going to get anything from, and to come away with a victory, very pleasing stuff indeed. Alright, so moving on. So we had Rodrigo. Who's this guy? Looks pretty good, actually. But again, want to get a work permit, so hard to justify it. Alright, yep, deny Roma. Morrison's going absolutely nowhere. Alright, so who's this guy? 17-year-old. I couldn't pronounce that to save my life. Alright, so reject that from Morrison. Yep, 1.7 is nowhere near enough. You're going to have to double that offer at the very, very least. Alright, so Sean White Phillips is back to full training. He's been playing in the reserves. Doing pretty well for him too. Average rating of 6.5 is not excellent. David Laycock. You will never put on a shirt for me. So, yep, you can go if you can find yourself a club. Terry Cook. Get him out of here. £675,000 move to Cardiff is on the table. Alright, so, yep, there he goes. He's gone to Cardiff. That saves a bit more money. How much money do we have left now? I forgot where you can tell, to be honest with you. Oh, it's a... There you go, yep, we got it. So we got... We're doing pretty well. Balance is 5 million in the green and transfer funds 3.7. So far we've lost 2 million this year on the year, but I'm pretty sure we'll make that back over time. Tombadou is back to light training. It's a week away now, which is great. Alright, Garfield, yep, you can definitely go. Right. Koga, nope, you're not any good, son. Kim Young-Chul. Actually looks a pretty solid defender. Kelly from FC Tokyo, Brazilian striker. Very talented individual, actually. £190,000 a week. There could be a bargain there. No, finishing's only 10. Let's see. Kim Do-young. Oh, I apologize. I apologize for absolutely butchering these names. And there we go. We got another Manager of the Month award. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Another award for me. I'll put that on the mantelpiece. I'm actually running out of space right now. Let me see. Nilsson got the First Division Player of the Month, and Peter Crouch was named Young Player of the Month. He's actually really good season 2. 23 goals in 22 appearances, so he's been unstoppable for Portsmouth. Paul Duckoff seeks assurance. Well, you're not my first choice, put it that way. Honestly, squad rotation. If you don't like being a squad rotation player, then I can sell you. That's not a big deal. I'm not that emotionally attached to you. Oh, we got a lot of players out today. Oh, yeah, so we got suspensions for Richie, London, and Barsom is out injured now too. He's going to be out for 2 weeks of a chest injury. That's a big blow for us. All right, so lucky enough, though, we do have plenty of options, though, to come in. So, at centre half, I'm going to play Rasberg. Yeah, let's go with Rasberg. Kim Rasberg has been solid every time he's got an opportunity. Let's bring on Charlie for his debut. Who else can we put in the midfield? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in Haaland for the holding midfield role. The centre of the midfield are going to be Hack and Mild, with Mark Kerr playing the attacking role. Then on the bench, we are going to go with Jeff Withy and Alexander Farnerud. Why the heck not? So Farnerud gets number 7 shirt. Lucky number 7 for him. All right, so up against Gillingham. Lucky enough with that suspensions. We're up against a team that aren't doing too well in the league. Don't really recognise any of these players, to be honest with you. Ian Jenkins, maybe. Yep. Stuart Taylor, yep, on loan from Arsenal. Playing for Southampton, actually still currently in the Premier League, believe it or not. Not sure why he's at Southampton, but who am I to judge? Alright, so 0-0 at half-time. 7 shots and goal to their nothing. Absolutely dominating things. Let's go ahead and start to press the play a little bit. Again, we've got a much more defensive player in the centre of the midfield right now. So that may be holding us back a little bit. Alright, so 62 minutes on the clock. There it is. Hacken Mill, the defensive player I was referring to a few minutes ago. Alright, 69 minutes on the clock. Alright, so corner kick. Alright, so let's make some changes. Let's put Karlstrom back in midfield for Charlie. Perfect. And then we'll take off Charlie and let's give Paul Dickoff a run out. And I'm also tempted to bring on Farnerud just because. Yep, we'll leave it. We'll leave it just for now. Maybe in the next game, maybe a little bit later on. If we get a second goal here, I definitely will bring him on. Come on, where's that second goal? Come on, boys. Absolutely destroying them right now. We've got to get a second goal. Nope, second goal didn't come, but it doesn't matter. We got the win, so that's all that counts. We are now 3 points clear of West Bromwich Albion and equal on game, so that's good to see. That means we are starting to pull ahead of them. They lost 1-0 at home away to Grimsby. That's a very poor result for them. Very, very poor indeed. But benefits us, of course. Man City board are delighted in my performance. Pleasing to see. All right, Collins on Sunwa. Looks okay. He hasn't got a lot of goals, though. Then we have Kanku Mulakalai. Mukalai? Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. looks like a really good defensive midfielder, actually. He's got 7 goals, 5 assists to his name. Off the ball, 20. That's really good. Position's only 10. That's something I can work with, though. Technique is good. Strength is excellent. You, sir, go on my shortlist. We'll see about that. If we do sign him, I'm going to have to give him a nickname because there's no way I'm going to pronounce that name every single episode. All right, Christian Casares, striker, scoring lots of goals. Valued at 210,000. It's got some okay attributes. I keep that in mind. Gallardo, no good. Moving on. All right, so Gabriel Batistuta, remember him. Argentinian player, getting on in this game now, 32, but he was an absolutely fantastic player. Look at that goal scoring record for Fiorentina. Absolutely unbelievable player in his time. All right, so here we go. This is a big game today. West Bromwich Albion away from home in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. Obviously, we're hoping to progress. Tomadera is currently tied at 64%. Got to put him on the bench. Got to put him on the bench. Just in case we lose him, I've got to put him on the bench today. You know what? Because like if we're down by a goal, we need someone to come on and try and score a goal. He is the man to do that. So let's go ahead and get this game rolling. This is a big game. Naturally, obviously, we're up against our league rivals. And obviously, getting through to the semi-final of the League Cup in the first season would be very, very memorable as well. All right. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. How are we doing in the match stats? Pretty even so far. 15 minutes in the game. How's conditioning going? Everyone looks pretty fit. And there's a goal. Alf-Inge Haaland getting a goal. Getting there. So there's a second one. Mark Kerr getting putting us 2-0 up now at the Hawthorns. Alright, so things going our way so far. Very pleasing stuff indeed. Oh, gets in there. Mark Kerr getting a second goal. I tell you what, he's another legend too, absolutely. Look at that. I mean, he's got much better since I signed him. What's he valued at now? 925. I signed him for 1.8, so he's still only worth half what I signed him for, but he will be a fantastic player for years and years to come. Alright, so 3-0 up so far at halftime. Can't ask for a better start to the game. Obviously, you haven't got to use Tomadera, all the better, because again, he's not really fit enough to play, to be honest with you. Alright, come on, boys. Get a 4th goal, and then we can definitely start to make changes. Now we've got 10 minutes left to go. Yep, the game's done. 3-0 winning so far. Let's bring off some players that are tired. One shop's tired. Let's bring on Charlie, and let's move Karlstrom into the... Oh, Karlstrom's already up top. Never mind. Let's move London up top instead then. So London and Karlstrom up top. Let's also make a change at the back. How's Victory doing? He's a little bit tired. Let's bring our Corneliusson on for him. And that should be good enough to wrap up the game. Maybe score a 4th goal. Why not? Really rub it into their faces. But we don't need one. It's a 3-0 victory in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. So we qualify now to the semi-final. And we're up against any of these teams right here. Hopefully we'll find out soon who we're playing. Again, it's pretty exciting. If we get through to a final of a League Cup, that would be absolutely immense. So James Dolan's contract expires in 8 months. Or 6 months, I should say. Yeah, let's give him a new deal. He's done good for me so far. Reserves draw, perfect. So League Cup semi-final draw. So either playing Middlesbrough or Arsenal. I know which team I would prefer to play. But we'll see. I think this is a time period as well that a lot of the teams were playing youth talents in the League Cup. So I'm hoping Arsenal will do that and send Middlesbrough through, because that's a team I would definitely rather play. Alright, so what's going on here? So Paul Ritchie is back from suspension, so he will go straight back into the team for Ralsberg, who was actually really solid so far. 7s across the board. What other changes can I make to the team? Now Madura, 79%, still not really fit enough to play, but I'll keep him on the bench just in case. Yep, we'll roll all of that. Let's see the condition of the players real quick. Make sure there's not too many other players struggling. Mark Kerr is a little on the unfit side. Who do I have instead? I'm gonna play Charlie instead of him, because I can't really afford for him to go down injured. Paulo Wanchop is also looking a little unfit, but we got to keep him on because Madura's not ready to go yet. So alright, so we're up against Millwall today. Obviously Millwall and Neil Harris, and of course Cherno Samba, who I keep trying to sign, but they won't let me sign him. I'm going to do another bid. Why not? £2 million on the table. Take it. Take it or leave it. All right, so obviously I'd like to get another win today. Keep up pressure at the top of the table. Now 8 points clear of Preston in third place. Let's try and make it 11. Good early goal there, Kim Karlstrom. I found out when we score first, things normally go very well for us. Obviously, Karlstrom now getting the sixth goal of the season. He's been a really good signing for us. Only paid minimal for him too. £300,000 a week and he's worth 1.9 now. So that's a very positive sign. Upward trend for him. Alf-Inge Haaland getting a goal. That's his sixth for the season, believe it or not. Did not peg him to score lots of goals for me this season, but so far he's been really good. Really, really good. So match stats in our favour. Everything's going to plan. Honestly, this has been easy breezy. Haven't had to make too many changes to the team. Haven't been to make too many tweaks to the tactic, apart from the last episode. So yeah, things are going really well. Almost too well, to be honest with you. Okay, so 7 minutes on the clock. Still winning 2-0. They haven't really threatened us this game thus far. Let's make a couple more changes. Jeff Whitley will come in. For Alf-Inge Haaland. Let's also give Corneliusson another run out. Right back from Mike Duff. And that should be enough changes for the game. So let's run this game out with a comfortable victory. Now, results are going in our favour as well. West Brom are now 5 points clear of them. So it looks like West Brom are currently drawing, I think. So obviously the further we get away from them, the better. Alright, we actually scored a goal there. I actually didn't realise that. Corneliusson getting his first goal for the club from the penalty spot. Paulo Wanchop getting fourth to put the cherry on top of the cake. Beautiful, beautiful. 4-0 display there. Well played indeed. Beating Millwall, who are currently 16th in the league. So who we got up next? We got Walsall up next. Walsall. Alright, so who do they have? Pedro and Matthias apparently is their best player as a left fullback. They have obviously Darren Byfield, former Villa man. Monty. Never heard of you, son. Who's this? Jorge Leto? I think it's to pronounce his name. Scored tons of goals for Walsall last season. Only 18 goals. Alright, so Walsall next up. Of course, they rejected the bid for Cherno Samba, but I believe his contract does go up at the end of December. So he's on my shortlist, so obviously we'll put a huge bid in for him when we get the opportunity. Alright, so the FA Cup third round, who we got? Swindon Town away from home. Alright, we'll take that. Who does Swindon have? They have... Giuliano Grazioli. I remember him. I think wasn't he traded at one point for a bag of chips and he scored the winning goal against Newcastle? I think that was a storyline. Of course, that was a while ago. Could be completely making things up right now, but I think that's what happened. And of course, Danny Invincible. Danny Invincible. The best name in football, Danny Invincible. Absolute legends. Anyway, moving on. Okie dokie. So what we got going on? Obviously, Warsaw's up next. Mark Kerr, let's give him a little bit of a boost. Perfect. Oh, the League Cup's playing today. Okay, so we're playing Arsenal. Alright, not ideal. Not ideal, because it looks like they did play their full team. Let's take a look. Yeah, they played their full team. Crap. Alright. Well, I like a challenge. So up against Arsenal now in the semi-final of the League Cup. Going to reject it off of Paul Ritchie. 2.4 million is not enough. I mean, if I'd risk, I'd sell Morrison or Ritchie, but I don't, so I'm going to keep him. Alright, so up against Millwall today. Let's see who's still... Madeira? No, he's fit. He's ready to go, so Madeira will go straight back in the team today. I'm going to play him instead of Wanchop. Who else can I bring on? Looks like injuries and suspension starting to clean up a little bit now. So Whitley will not be on the bench anymore. Actually, could keep him on. Let's play Rasberg instead. I'd like to have a centre-half on the bench. Who else we got then? Mark Kerr is fit and ready to go. So he will play instead of Charlie. Alright, everything's good. Alright, come on. Let's get a quick, easy victory. And that'll take to the 20-minute mark on the episode. And it's probably the last episode of... last game of the episode, I should say. So let's finish it off with a nice, comfortable victory. And Huckin Mill getting a goal. 4 for the season for him. Alright, so match stats going in completely in our favour. 4 shots, 4 on target. So they're 2. And Kim Karlstrom getting a goal as well. 7 for the season for him. We got the assist. London getting a goal as well, making it 3-0. This could be a cricket score, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's got assists so far either, so that's a little bit unusual. Alright, 4-0. Karlstrom's second goal of the game. Let me see. We've got 13 minutes on the clock, leading by 4-0. Oh, 5-0. Hat-trick now for Kim Karlstrom. Oh, this could get a little bit embarrassing for Warsaw. How the house fitness level's going. I would like to see Tomadura get a goal today on his return from injury. Everyone's fitness levels are really good, so honestly, no changes needed. Yep, just got to sit back and enjoy the easy win. Obviously, Pedro Matias gets a goal, making it 5-1. Disappointing concede. Alright, 65 minutes. Let's make some changes, shall we? Oh, 5-2. That's pissed me off a little bit. Unnecessary goals. Shouldn't be conceding goals. We're dominating the game. Let's bring off Mark Kerr. Let's bring on Charlie Agerholm. Yep, that'll do for now, just in case we get an injury or player sent off. We have options. Jonas London scoring. That's the second goal of the game, making it 6-2 now. Alright, 75 minutes on the clock. Let's take a look at the league table, the live action league table. So currently the results, we're currently going to go 10 points clear now of Preston in third, and we are now 5 points clear of West Bromwich Albion with a very, very good goal difference to match. So, yep, things are going really well for us so far. Very happy. Obviously didn't really sign any players this episode. Let me know in the comments below again if you have any recommendations on players I should look for, and I'll definitely take a good look at those. And again, if you want to see anything like a tactics video or a tutorial on training or anything like that, please let me know, and I'll try and make sure I do that for you guys. I really am enjoying this save. I hope you are too. If you are, remember to hit the like button on the video, and if you want to see more videos by me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.